during the third semester, I got an internship offered in a company called Norma, which they were doing like an automotive clamps and stuff. So somehow I had to like hustle between my thesis and this internship. So
plus COVID.
Yeah.
Plus
and
COVID.
That was more extreme because every day we had to, test for COVID for entering the office premise itself. So and that was like an hectic thing, and yeah.
After your intern, then what happened?
Luckily, after the intern, like I got offered at the same company.
Yes.
When I finished my degree, I had a job there itself. So I was working there for 8 months or something, and then I moved to Robert Bosch.
How did the interview process go at Robert Bosch?
In Czech Republic, it was like let's say an HR interview round and technical interview round. So it's for every industry and every company. It is followed like this. So I applied for the interview, like the job application, and I got called for an HR interview, and it was in Teams meeting. It was not like an physical meeting. Obviously, it was during the COVID time. So there was HR interview for half an hour, and then there was a technical interview where there would be like a manager and the team leader of my team would be like asking questions for 30 minutes, and then I got the offer letter in 1 week. First, the tuition fees was like around 3 lakhs during the time for 1 year. So it's like together it's around 6 lakhs and 6.5 lakhs.
That is the 1 year fees of a deemed university near Chennai nowadays.
Yeah.
That's another story. That's another story. Yeah, please continue.
Yeah, and then this is regarding the tuition fees, and regarding the living expense, I would say like I'm not really sure about the number, but I would say like 20,000 per month. So it comes around
close to 300 euros, 250 to 300 euros.
Yeah, so it's like I'm just saying for 1 year it would be like around 2 lakhs or 2.5 lakhs.
Total living expenses.
Yeah. So it's like with the food and also with the dormitories accommodation in the university itself. So it was really like around 12 lakhs.
Hello everybody, welcome all of you. My name is Shivaraman, Director of Europe Study Center. As you all know, our subscribers, we have been doing a lot of interviews with our students. And once again, we have an excellent interview session today with our student Akhilesh, who finished his master's in Czech Republic at Technical University of Liberec and currently working in Robert Bosch as a design engineer. Akhilesh, welcome to the show.
Hello, myself Akhilesh, and thank you for like inviting me to this interview, and I'll just share my experience and overall feedback, what I went through this ESC and what I'm currently doing. So first, let me introduce to you guys. So I'm Akhilesh, and I did my bachelor's in Loyola College, Nungambakam, where I did mechanical engineering, and then for masters I did my missions and equipment design in Technical University of Liberec, and then I'm currently working in Robert Bosch in Czech Republic. So this is my short interview. I mean, short introduction.
But a very successful end note, going abroad, finishing masters on time, getting employed. And I'm sure if you tell 100 people on this world, 95 people of them would know Robert Bosch. If they don't know Robert Bosch, it is their mistake. It's not the company's mistake. What did you study in your bachelor's, basically?
Back in my bachelor's, I did my mechanical engineering, which is like the very basic, like for 100 years, it's the same thing. Like it didn't, basically nothing changed as of now. So it's like a very basic course, and as like a normal person, like we did this building of the go-kart and stuff like that. It's like that's what like you kind of drive yourself to building cars and everything. That's what the passion which motivated us,
Yeah.
to take the mechanical engineering. That's the same old story like everyone who's like pursuing mechanical would have, and that's the same story even I have. And
Wonderful. So you basically took this course based on your interest, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Before this interview, we had a small pre-talk, audience, where I was just telling him, the student should choose the subject based on their interest. As long as the subject of interest has some job opportunities, I am perfectly fine with it. But just for the sake of it, nowadays in Tamil Nadu, 99% only studying 3 courses: artificial intelligence, data science, and cyber security, which really scares me. All the other departments are literally closed. We'll get back to this later. So then, at what moment you decided you wanted to do your master's? Bachelor's alone is not enough, because I am sure like more than 90-95% of them, they don't do the one more top up degree when it comes to mechanical engineering, and they plainly blame mechanical engineering that I studied mechanical, this did not give me this, that, I should not have come to core, etc., etc. Right? You would have heard a lot of cribbing.
Yeah, well, for me, like I would like to start, during my 7th semester,
Yeah.
I was like having one arrear. So I had to, like, my first aim was going to Germany and do the masters. So I was preparing myself, for traveling to Germany from my 5th semester, where I did my language course. Like I did A1, A2, and until B1, I did the German language here in India. So the main aim was to go to Germany. But then, like at the 8th sem, I kind of cleared my arrear, and but unfortunately, I had a low CGPA, which is like not on par to go to an German university, which I wanted. So I had like more of thinking and everything, and obviously, I tried for many interviews back in many companies. Like I kind of tried around 10 interviews, and it's like a more of bigger companies. And then unfortunately, due to this CGPA thing, I couldn't really get into a company. And then like so I was just thinking, okay, like let's try for another country apart from Germany. So that was my first thinking, and then yeah. But anyway,
So,
I wanted to do masters. That's my
okay,
main intention was, yeah.
super. This was my question actually. At what moment you decided you wanted to do your masters? During your studies, 5th semester, 7th semester?
I would say like it was been there from the 3rd or 4th semester itself.
Okay.
Like, okay, here I want to learn more and somehow like sharpen my way of what I
Exactly.
want to be. So that's how
Exactly.
like I wanted to make a way in this direction. So
Super. So, so how did you find us? How did you find Europe Study Center?
well, I would say like I was scouting through every consultancy in Nungamakam and T Nagar. Like how many consultancies were there like maybe 5 years ago,
Yes.
and
Even today
then
they publish. Even today, Achilles, they publish ads. Study in UK, get laptop free, and apply for offer letter in UK, get it in 24 hours. I said, yeah, we'll get the offer letter in 24 hours and suffer for the next 24 years. As Achilles knows, I don't send students to UK. I'm running offices. There is no doubt in those things. I'm not doing any charity. But why send to unwanted countries, which I cannot do? So, how many, you don't have to pull names, of course. How many consultants or agents you visited before visiting us?
I would say around 6 consultancies.
That's quite a lot. Okay. So, everything was like US, UK, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Singapore, etc., etc. Correct?
Yeah, I guess everything. And
Everything.
the same day
See,
I visited yours consultancy,
before that,
and
do you know any, for example, with reference to your case, I mean to say, why they don't promote Czech Republic? Do you know the reason, Manoj?
they didn't even mention the country. I don't know, but it's
Actually, the
really.
reason is Czech
Mhm.
Republic, the university that you studied, okay, selects students based on entrance examination, proper scrutiny, and 1 rupee commission they will not pay to the agency or consultancy. So they are not interested to promote it. whichever is good for the students, okay, they don't pay commissions. Whichever is not good for the students, they pay 20-25% commission. This is how this abroad education industry works. Anyway, we'll put that aside. So on the same day, you met us also.
Yeah. So the thing was, my relative, she also joined, like through ESC in Latvia.
Okay.
So
For
that is
bachelor's or masters?
for masters.
Masters. Okay, wonderful. Okay.
So that was kind of another positive note. Okay, even she was going, and okay, we thought of taking your consultancy as the guiding light to go to the speculated country. So until that time, even I didn't know I will be going to Czech Republic. Like only after visiting you guys,
yes,
I went to Czech, I would say.
Okay, so you were you got completely new informations, right?
Yeah.
You visited us compared to the 6 and compared to us, it was completely the opposite.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was new kind of approach, I would say. Definitely.
There they would say PR, citizenship, part-time jobs, etc. Here it will be study, Schengen countries. The focus should be on the core aspects and all those things basically. So then you mentioned a point before which many people are stuck, Akhilesh. Many people are stuck because you said, I don't have the required credentials for Germany. Okay, so you started to look for other options, but this switch many are not able to do. You know what they do? They keep applying 1 year, 2 year, even 3 years, and finally they drop the plan of doing masters. I sent students to Germany, of course, hundreds of students I sent, but to Czech, Luxembourg, France, Sweden, Netherlands also I sent. So how are you able to accept it? Okay, this is not happening, so I look for other options.
Well, in reality, many wouldn't accept it because even the people who came earlier before me, the first option was Germany. So it's and kind of ingrained in ourselves. Okay, as a mechanical engineer, you should be kind of doing masters in Germany. So, but
out of my 1,000 students that I sent, many, I would say major percentage goes to Germany. But if you tell me only Germany is good, I wish to differ. If the profile matches, he is keen, he is getting it, not a problem. But
yeah, I mean, even my thinking changed after coming here. So
thank you.
I wouldn't
I feel this is, for example, considering what you're doing right now successfully at Robert Bosch, I feel this is the starting point towards bigger things, the adaptability and the open-mindedness. So then, how did you shortlist Czech Republic?
Well, I had 4 options initially. So coordinator Shugashni, I guess, she kind of gave the list of Czech Republic, Slovenia. So in Slovenia there was Maribor, I guess, and then also the last option was Slovakia, and I don't know the other 4th option. So there were 4 options, and then first option the coordinator gave me was Czech Republic, which it was promoted as Skoda is the homeland for Czech Republic. So somehow many people would eventually get into Skodas and work over there. So that was the thing. And also she mentioned there will be an entrance exam for the Technical University of Liberec, and that's the main thing. Yeah.
That's the main thing. So for example, this is important point. When it comes, since I am also from an engineering background, when it comes to mechanical, I stick myself with 5 to 6 countries: Germany, Sweden, Italy, Netherlands, Czech Republic, and then Slovakia, and of course Italy. These countries I stick to. For example, your cousin who went to Latvia for masters, I'm sure it's not for mechanical, correct?
Yeah, it was IT.
IT, yeah, that is not a problem, boss. You study IT anywhere, that's not an issue. But when it comes to these sort of subjects, we have to be really country specific. So after finishing the written examination at Technical University of Liberec, when you got a call from us stating you are admitted to TUL, how did you feel that moment?
I would say I was surprised and okay, let me take this risk. That's the first thing I was because obviously I don't know about the country, because initially, like, Czech Republic, I even thought as Czechoslovakia.
Okay.
I cannot ignore the fact. So that's the main thing, and
Fact is
it
a
was,
Akhilesh, fact is a fact. That
yeah,
is why they do this interview. We don't. By the way, audience, we don't set any questions. This is just a casual discussion. So you made the decision. Okay, let's keep moving then.
yeah, it was definitely a risk. I wouldn't say like it was easier and piece of cake or something. It was definitely a risk, and
Yeah, I
I kind of
agree.
take it
But on
myself, I
what?
would say.
Yeah, and what terms you say it as a risk?
I would say like a new country, and you don't know what exactly the country is, and how exactly the course is, because bachelor's is kind of different. You have like 60 people, and everything, like
I
the
agree.
teacher would speak in same language as mine,
Yeah,
and it was totally good and
yeah,
better.
I agree. But when you compare the risk factor of doing a PG diploma in Canada or a 1 year degree in UK or Ireland or spending 70, 80 lakhs in Australia or New Zealand, compared to that, doing your masters, I feel when you compare both, I mean to say, this is literally zero risk. Zero, I would say like 0.1% or 1% risk. I'm not telling, it's not risky, or when you compare it with, it's slightly mitigated. Sorry, heavily mitigated. Then how did your visa process go through? Because Czech visa process is a long one.
Yeah, I would say like it exists even for the same today as well, because like
Exactly.
even for
Bro,
the,
no pain, no gain. You get something so easily, 24 hours offer letter, 24 days visa. Then what happens with that? What do we do with that? Here, this nomination, nostrification, legalization, apostille. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Yeah, please. How did your visa process go through then?
I would say like we were given a list of questions, like what could be asked, and what are the things to be, like prepare for the visa interview itself. And ESC gave us, like lots of different ways in which we have to have the documents arranged, and what kind of things to be remembered while like speaking for the visa interview. Because like my friends, for few of them, they didn't have even single question asked for the visa interview, but for me, like they were asking like 5 or 6 questions, like what is your course name, like what are the credits for the courses, and what is like the state examination, and all those sorts of things. So for me, it was quite a longer interview process in the embassy itself, like Czech embassy. So obviously I was prepared, and thanks to ESC for that. So
Thank you. That's our duty. That's our duty. And we used to get some calls, okay, especially when students attending interview at Czech Republic. I don't want to name the state. From some states, people come, and the counselor just throws those documents outside the embassy, and I get a call, sir. The documents are flying all over the embassy here. So next is my turn, sir. Is everything correct? I said, just relax and attend the interview. You have done all the hard work. Now it's all about being confident. So then, the moment you got the visa, how happy you were? You are going to fly to Czech Republic after all the processes, traveling to Delhi. How did you feel?
yeah, I was like really like enjoying, and okay, like somehow I'm flying out of India like for the first time, like for studies. And obviously I was missing my parents. Definitely
Yes,
they were like emotional and
obviously.
stuff, but yeah, like
So how was the initial semester? Because from a memory-based learning system, from writing record notes and writing 44 pages in examination, each page you put 1 mark also, you somehow clear the examinations. Okay. From that, when you look at your first semester at Technical University of Liberec, how was it? And what all changes Akhilesh made to be successful?
I would say like in terms of courses, first we had to understand like what kind of courses were there in the first semester, and to prepare ourselves based upon the credits. Because let's say like if the credit for one subject is like 5 credits, and if you are scoring like yes grade, like in terms of analysis, I'm just saying, so you'll get more weightage and value, instead of like having a 2 credit paper and focusing more on that. but obviously we should pass in everything. But somehow, the way of teaching itself, it was, I would say, like very different from what we experience in the bachelor's.
Okay.
So that is what kind of the first thing I kind of saw in
Different,
the,
different
yeah.
in a sense, audience would love to know. I know that what is the difference, but I want you to say that. What is
Uh,
different? Did you understand and study? Because you cannot memorize all these things.
yeah, the one thing is like we didn't have to memorize anything. So it was like
Super.
coming, like, they had like very few key points. Like, let's say we have like 40 pages of presentation. They'll be like having like just 2 points in each slide, and we have to like understand what's the outcome or core thinking which is given out of the subject. That's the main thing we kind of experienced from the course or the subject. So like for each and every subject, we also had an examination at the end of the semester. So
Okay.
over there, it was like you don't have to fill 40 pages or 60 pages. It's like just one single A4 sheet, and
Yeah.
you'll be given like 10 questions. And for the 10 questions, you just have to write it in one line. You'll be given the marks for writing the correct line. That's the thing. So you
Super.
don't have to like write essays for all the 10 questions. You just have to write one line for 10 questions. That's it.
So, what all changes did you make in your learning pattern to clear these
Well,
exams?
I would say like for me, the course itself was named as missions and equipment design. So technically, like everything was based upon designing. So first, in the first semester itself, we had the basic, design software to be learned and to be, practiced each and every. I would say like for each and every week.
Okay.
So we had one subject which is based upon Creo software, which is the parametric design. So that was kind of the initial thing. We had to, like learn each and every time, try to practice ourselves, and it was not like an half an hour course or something. We used to sit 3 hours straight in the university lab, and we
Super.
used to try to sketch the 3D model. Only if the professor like says it's okay, we can leave, or we will leave. Otherwise, like we'll try to make it right, and try to give the get a good result from the professor. So it was like 6 or 7 exercises of this designing. And
Wow.
we also didn't stop in design in lab itself. We also come to our homes, and in our own laptops we'll design the same thing what we did in our lab. So it kind of like the first motivation for designing ourselves was the starting point. Because for me, as a fresher, I would just in the bachelor's I designed in the laboratory, like the 3D models and stuff, and everything like vanished from there. I didn't have any kind of experience or something. So I took it for myself, and tried to design it. And even if I fail, it's fine. But the professors were like very positive and like very motivated, I would say. So
Super.
they wouldn't like say like, you're wrong and stuff like that, but try to make it better and better. And that's how like we kind of learned. I would say like the whole of the professors in TUL, they were like pretty easygoing. And obviously they have a difficulty in the English itself, because they are not native speakers. So they try to give as much as information with the English they know. And it was really helpful from them. And they don't really like shame us, like okay, your English is bad or something. Because it's like an communication itself, that's it. They just
Exactly.
want to
Nothing much. Yeah.
yeah, they
But your
do,
medium of but your medium of instruction was only in English, right? 100%.
yeah, definitely it
You
was
don't
only
have
in
to
English.
learn
And
any other. Yeah, because it's against my ideology to send the children or send the student abroad for a program which is not taught in English. Maybe it's stuck deep inside me, because learning a language is different from learning in a language. And I see,
yeah,
especially when it comes
I,
to when it comes to Germany, I can give you a big list of students who finish B1, B2 and all those things. Even after 4 years, they are not able to complete the degree. So who is going to give you an employment? Your 2-year master degree, you are studying it in 4 years. For what joy? This is why I don't get into that basically. So then how helpful, of course, you said a little bit about your professors, how helpful, how friendly, and by the way, how knowledgeable they are. And also all the students that they say, sir, all my professors are part-time in the university. Full-time, they are in some industries or research projects and all these things. This is what, they usually say, compared to back home in India, where the professors from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., they are with us from the college bus to the university. No connections with the industries. This is what the problem that we had back home in India. So how good the professors were for you at TUL Czech?
Well, in my case, like most of the professors were above 50. So they came like from the industry experience and started teaching here. So it's like
wealth of experience, right? 50 years, meaning you can imagine their experience, their knowledges. That's amazing. And even, for us to do a minuscule percentage of what they have done with their life, I think we will be really happy.
Yeah, definitely. Because for me, like one professor, he traveled like for 4 courses with us. He like did his, he was more experienced in the nuclear power plant and was working in 20 years over there. And it was really in 65 or 70 age. He like was more motivated to teach the students and explain them what kind of teaching he did and like the experience he kind of had from the industry, and he was pretty motivated to teach and also to see the students. So we had like I would say lucky enough to get them like teach for ourselves, and it was really good to travel with him for like 4 subjects for like I would say 2 years itself.
So we have 2 cases here. Student, I mean you, super interested, eager to explore and learn, and amazing professor meeting him. Whereas you have other 2 cases where the student is so very interested, but the professor doesn't have much of industry knowledge or the latest knowledge, or the student is just not interested and meets a not great professor, and even more, it's quite scary. And my whole idea, like, maybe in the upcoming years, I want to run all these programs in Chennai with all these professors. That's my next aim. Let me see how far I'm able to, implement this. Then about your master thesis. What was the topic?
Initially it's like we don't actually create the topics for the master thesis. It's usually like we would be listed in the university website, and there'll be like 20 or 30 topics which will be there, and we should pick from it anything. So and obviously like the semester we went, and 2020 was the COVID. So it was really
I can imagine.
So that was kind of really a bad thing, I would say, like for us, like we couldn't explore ourselves in different ways to explore Europe. So that was one thing, but luckily we kind of finished everything on time. So in that way, like it's fine, but somehow like we couldn't explore or fully utilize the university's potentials since we had the COVID.
Because the entire world came to a standstill, but still,
so
whatever was possible, you made all the progress and reached what you're doing right now, which was amazing.
Yeah, definitely. Because the reason I was saying is we had like master thesis from Skoda as well, like listed there, but unfortunately due to the COVID and everything, we couldn't properly get the opportunity to do the thesis there. So I ended up like doing a thesis based upon 3D model creation in terms of photogrammetry principle. So it's like I would say a simple thesis. It's nothing complicated, but it's kind of I'll be taking photos of a 3D object, and uploading it in a software, and it would give me a 3D model of the captured image or something. So I had to like compare it with different photogrammetry softwares and put up an
Document
evaluation based on it. Yeah.
evaluation, comparison, basically a comparative studies,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
but little deeper because it's a master thesis. So it will be
Okay. Yeah.
professor will not approve it if it's too late.
Yeah. Sure.
He will
So
not put his signature.
sure. So we had like like different 3D model creation softwares. So first would be like with the laser scan. So you will scan an 3D object, and then that laser scan will be like recreating the 3D model. So that is the first efficient way to recreate a 3D model of an object or like other stuff. So we had like another ideas like with creating the 3D model with hobby softwares or like cheaper softwares. So that's the reason like there were like four different softwares like from different providers. So one is with the Adobe, and also with some other softwares.
Softwares,
So
yeah.
we had like four list of photogrammetry softwares, and we tried to compare it with the laser scanned object, this three software, and somehow tried to give a comparison. Okay, like how better we could improve this photogrammetry software and make it a good approach instead of having a laser scanner, because this laser 3D object scanner costs like lakhs, 10 or 20 lakhs. So it's kind of having a cheaper version, but
Effective.
definitely, yeah, definitely it
Also
wouldn't be like in comparison with photogrammetry hobby software, but somehow it's like
effective. So this itself would have taken 4-5 months of your time, right? Easily.
yeah, but fortunately, um, it was like everything I was doing it in laptop, and it was software based, and somehow I could do it without my presence in the university itself. So
University. Now, why I asked this question, Akhilesh? Imagine doing a 1-year degree out of which 2 months are holidays. Okay. Hardly 9 to 10 months is what we are going to study. I mean to say, the 1-year mechanical design engineering degree, where in your case, 5 months you have spent on a single project itself. So, audience, what I'm trying to say here is, please take only 2-year masters, or else don't do masters at all. No problem. Whichever country, that is your choice. But duration, please keep it for 2 years. And then, when did you start applying for jobs? After your degree or while you were studying itself?
during the third semester, I got an internship offered like in a company called Norma, which they were doing like an automotive clamps and stuff. So somehow I had to like hustle between my thesis and this internship. So
Plus COVID.
yeah,
Plus
and
COVID.
that was more extreme because every day we had to like test for COVID for entering the office premise itself. So even that was like an hectic thing, and yeah.
After your intern, then what happened?
Luckily, after the intern, like I got offered at the same company.
Yes.
Uh, when I finished my degree, I had a job there itself. So I was
Super.
working there for 8 months or something, and then like I moved to Robert Bosch.
Now we'll come to Robert Bosch. Audience, same like our friend Akhilesh, we have numerous students who did a small intern in that particular company and converted into a full-time job. So getting a job, a small trick is first try at least to get an intern and from there move forward. Even my own friends, many took this route. So then when did you start applying for Robert Bosch?
Yeah, before that, maybe I just wanted to highlight one thing, because in our course, the masters we did in TUL, so we had like two or three subjects which were connected to, like specifically for creation of the drawings in terms of the mechanical like shafts or components and everything. So we had like lots of experience in how to dimension certain parts and stuff. It was really like helpful for us to get or crack an interview in the companies. So it was more of tailor made for us to like crack the interview. So that was one thing we were kind of surprised, like how come they could know like the industry needs and teach us what based upon the needs the company wants. And
Company.
it was really a good thing. I just wanted to highlight this. Yeah.
Yes, so you completely agree when I put it on my promotion material, industry connected syllabus. We have a
Yeah,
live
definitely.
example in your case. Why do we have to sit and study if the syllabus is not latest and if it is not industry relevant? It's just a degree, right?
Yeah,
Why
definitely.
do we have to study? It's of no use. And finally, who takes all the blame? The student. Correct.
Yeah.
There was an article, Akhilesh, which you should know. Shortly, I will finish this. In DT Next. Okay. Tamil Nadu computer science students are not job ready. See who gets the blame completely? Who gets? The students. Soft target, right? They don't write. The professors who teach artificial intelligence have never worked in artificial intelligence projects or done any, worked in any live activities, nothing. They also read from the same book which the student has. And finally, who gets all the blame? And we write this computer programming in sheets to be evaluated. Only this happens in our country. Unless and until we change all these things, blaming mechanical engineering or any course or the student, it's of no use. I always feel the student should be given what, brother? All resources. Latest syllabus, good infrastructure facilities, amazing professors. Then ask him all the questions what you want to ask. But without giving all these things, just asking him why you are not doing this, why you are not doing that, I feel there is no logic behind pushing an youngster. So, how did the interview process go at Robert Bosch?
I would say like in general, the interview process here in Czech Republic, it's like pretty straightforward because not like in India, we would have like like an aptitude test, like series of HR rounds, technical interviews, and it's like
Some recommendations.
For me, like there was no recommendations. And
No, I mean in India.
yeah, in
Here,
India,
your recommendation, nothing works. Your skill set in or out. That's it. Simple.
yeah, definitely. So in India, like recommendations and this needless aptitudes and stuff like that. But somehow in Czech Republic, it was like let's say an HR interview round and technical interview round. So it's just over. It's for every industry and every company. It is followed like this. So I applied for the interview, like the job application, and I got called for an HR interview, and it was in Teams meeting. It was not like an physical meeting. Obviously, it was during the COVID time. So there was HR interview for half an hour, and then there was a technical interview where there would be like a manager and the team leader of my team would be like asking me questions for 30 minutes, and then yeah, I got the offer letter in 1 week. So it
Super.
was pretty much quick. And yeah.
So when you saw that email in your inbox, what did you feel that moment?
I'd say I was much, impressed and elated because I applied for Robert Bosch back in India when I was doing my bachelor's, but unfortunately I didn't get any interview call or anything. But here I applied and like got cracked the interview in like a
Super.
matter of time. In just 1 week, I got an interview job offer. I mean, job offer itself. So it was like really a dream come true for me.
When you called up your parents and told them you are employed at Robert Bosch, what was their reply?
At first I tried to like explain them it's not the washing machine manufacturing company. So somehow first I tried to explain them that, and later they were really happy. But
See,
yeah, obviously my father had more interest in cars and stuff. He knew like what is
course,
Robert Bosch. So
he would know. That's what I said, right? People would know. So from the moment of uh, not able to get into Germany, getting into Czech Republic, and getting a chance to work at Robert Bosch, I think life has taken a complete turn. And please understand, of course, your efforts, your parents' blessing, your parents' support, everything was there. But the turning point was, in your case, Akhilesh, the switch that you swiftly made. Okay, this is not working. Okay, what's my next option? Is it good, bad? Done. Keep moving forward. This is what smart students do. Lot of students, Akhilesh, I would say like lakhs and lakhs of students. I cannot say lakhs at least. Thousands and thousands of students in my 16 years have dropped their master's plan because they are not eligible for the country of their choice. That could be any country. But there are always other options to look in. And please believe in lack of skills. It's not about lack of jobs. That's what I always say. Any words that you would like to say? People watching this interview. Is Czech really a good country? Can I come there and study? People still, get to ask these questions. So some words from your experience to tell them.
I would say like in terms of doing masters in Czech Republic, but I would definitely say based upon TUL alone because I have experience only
Yeah,
in TUL. So
only TUL. Also, I still promote TUL and one more
okay,
university. TUO only for Czech Republic. You know why? You know why? The support system for the students. You ask a question, they reply. If a student has an issue, because see, Manoj, sorry, I'm telling you Manoj because my previous interview was with Manoj.
yeah,
Sorry,
that's right.
Akhilesh. Sorry, Tambi. See, Akhilesh, see, when we go to them for some queries or issues, they immediately solve. And me as a company, in my 4 offices, when I send 600, 700 students, if the students are not happy there, they call for all small things. Do you think it's possible to even run these offices? Just not possible, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
After you landed there, you would have contacted Sugashini or wished her on New Year and all those things. Other than that, technically, regarding university or issues, did you have to contact anything?
I would say like the people over there were really like supportive. Like
Yes.
we had like Radka. She was much more supportive in for the Indian students and for
Yes.
everything. We would go to her, and it was really like a good communication with her
Yes, actually. See,
for the 2 years.
I'm in this industry for 16 years. I have thousands of universities to work with. Okay. Those universities taking care of my students, treating them well, we will lifelong until I'm in this particular industry, we will keep promoting TUL. There is no second. One more thing, they are very happy with you guys there. You understand? It's a win-win. See, I
Yeah,
don't in ESC from my 4 offices, you would not see any uncles or aunties coming there. All young chaps. Correct? Correct.
no, but even we have become uncles. So
No, bro. That is right now. I'm talking about, I would like to send young minds. When a
yeah,
guy
definitely.
like, who is like 26, 27, 28, plus on top of it, they are not getting the visas. That is another issue. And I maintain more than 98% visa success ratio, pan India. So I always stick to this final year students just passed out or 1 or 2 years of experience. Because if my student, after reaching there, he gets employed, of course, it's 100% because of him. But the process is complete, right? We go there, we study, develop skills, and we get a job. The process is kind of complete.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
people who are in 2 minds to choose Czech as a study option, in short, what you would like to tell them?
I would say like in terms of choosing Czech Republic, there is you have scholarship in place. Let's say if you are like getting good grades in the first year, for the second year you'll be getting some amount, and you can like make use of this and try to manage your expenses based upon the scholarship. And one other thing you have to keep in mind is the state examination. So in general, like in all other countries, we'll be having just you have to finish the master's thesis, and then that's it, you'll be getting a degree. But in TUL and in most of Czech Republic, you have to like get yourself to prepare certain number of questions. It will be like 50 or 100 questions with what the subjects you studied until the 4 semesters. And then you have to, like, prepare yourself for the jury to ask certain number of questions in the 30 minutes of the state examination. So that is the one thing you have to keep in mind before, like, entering Czech Republic, because that is kind of a good way, to prepare yourself
Yes.
to get move forward in the other things, because that kind of, sharpen ourselves. Okay, like, not to, fear in asking questions, or like getting the feedbacks and criticism, because like that kind of, motivated ourselves to, prepare for the interviews and stuff like that. So I would say, like, these two things, like, one is the motivation and another is the criticism or the feedback from the examination you could get from Czech Republic, and you can do anything you want.
Amazing. Wonderful. So now what is your current designation at Robert Bosch? Design engineer.
Well, I would say, like, more of a design and development engineer, and I'm kind of developing sensors for the commercial vehicles.
Wow.
So that's the short intro.
Super. Super. Really amazing. And when you were expressing your journey, when especially about Czech Republic, professors, the labs that you did, the interest on your face was so visible. You did everything with a passion, correct?
Yeah.
Without passion or interest, that's what when people tell me, sir, I'm going there for fun, just get me entry visa. I said, please leave me, contact others. You are interested to study alone, please contact me. I don't want to spoil my name with my, because your success today, I think after your parents, I think you will owe it to TUL, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So last thing, many parents are asking this in the comment section. So please explain the scholarships if you got anything, or the tuition fees that you paid every year, and the living expenses that you spent as a whole. It could have accommodation, food, everything. You can tell the final figure. So especially parents want to know this.
Okay, like, first the tuition fees was like around 3 lakhs during the time for 1 year. So it's like, together it's around 6 lakhs and 6.5 lakhs.
That is the
And
1 year fees of a deemed university near Chennai nowadays.
yeah.
That is another story.
Yeah.
That's another story. Yeah, please continue.
Yeah, and then this is regarding the tuition fees, and regarding the living expense, I would say, like, I'm not really sure about the number, but I would say, like, 20,000 per month. So it comes around,
Close to
I would
300
say,
euros, 250 to 300 euros.
yeah. So it's like, I'm just saying for 1 year, it would be like around 2 lakhs or 2.5 lakhs.
Total
You have
living
to,
expenses.
yeah. So it's like with the food and on and also with the dormitories accommodation in the university itself. So it was
In
really like
in
around 12
Chennai,
lakhs.
yeah, Akhilesh, in Chennai, people spend this living expenses money that you said for the bus fees and the mess fees itself. Because I asked the parents, sir, why are you spending 30 lakhs for your undergraduation? Then he said, sir, one of my friend told me, you spend more on education, more will be the quality and more will be the salary. This is what people are still thinking. Then I asked, sir, IIT Madras, what is the tuition fee, sir? Approximately 1+ lakh. So does it mean like they are giving a low quality education? Then only he understood. Yes, now I get the point. How happy your parents are right now, looking at what you're doing and how you are growing in your life.
Yeah, obviously they are fine with it, but somehow, like, since I'm an only child, they just want me to, get back to India, like, every time
You
I visit them. Yeah. So
you bring them to Czech Republic.
yeah, I mean, that's the plan, but yeah, like,
Super. Any support you want for that, for the visas or the processes to be done, we'll be more than happy to help you in that regard.
yeah, sure.
Super. Any future plans? Any PhDs, research, or you're just happy in this industry zone?
I would say, like, industry is much better than again studying. So
Because you should only do which is of your comfort. Done and dusted. That's it. Super. Any last things which you wanted to say? Any last points we wanted to tell us? And we wind up this beautiful show.
I would say like thank you for being part of my journey, because like without
Nandri.
ESC, I would say like I don't know how it would have been ended, but yeah, you are part of something which I'm working on. So
I would like to say one point. This gratitude hats off, brother. You know, some people, if they are not successful, they put the blame on me. You understand my point? And did we tell you, brother, did we tell you your job is assured at
no,
ESC? No. Did we tell you to do part-time job?
no,
What did we say? Believe in yourself. Focus on your studies. Thank you so much, Akhilesh. Along with your interview, I was able to share a lot of insights, taking examples from, the words that you have specified in this particular interview. And even if one student gets inspired, out of this interview, all the credit goes to you, brother. Thank you. As I told you, in this interview, I did not glorify anything about Europe Study Center. That is fine. But your journey, what you went through, and what all changes you made to become a successful design engineer, designing sensors at Robert Bosch. I'm really, really happy for you. And I will surely visit Czech Republic down the line. And I would like to visit you when you are free for a coffee to discuss.
yeah, sure, yeah, anytime.
Thank you, Dambi. Thank you so much. Best regards to you and your family. All the best for your future endeavors. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.